Hi, welcome to Dishonored 2. We're doing Mission 2, Edge of the World, getting all the coins. Now, I got pre-order, so that's an extra 500 at the beginning. If you didn't pre-order, you'll only get 100 instead of the 600 there. But there's 30 in the little storage locker in the form of copper wire, and 5 at the end in Sokolov's room in the bloodfly husk thing. So you want to be leaving here with either 635 or 135. From here on in I'm going to use my number, but remember 500 less if you didn't pre-order. Now it's also worth noting that there's a bit of a bug in this. At the end it will report 4234 as the maximum, even though there's only 3834. There's an extra 20 in high chaos, and I'll point out where they are. But there's 10 to pickpocket off the chap at the beginning, and then 40 coins down there in a submerged boat off to the side of where you start. And we're just going to swim around to where we came in. This is running at double speed, so please feel free, 10 coins in there. Please feel free to run at half speed if it's going a bit fast for you, but you should be able to keep up. 2 coins there on that bench. Don't miss the rune in the whale mouth, and 10 coins next to it. 2 guys to pickpocket there for 10 each, so 20 total. Chart worth 50, pouch under there, bed worth 20 there. Now, there aren't any coins here, but this is just going to help me clear this level out. I'm obviously going high chaos here, even though it's a low chaos run. This is actually my ghost speed run, but I just want to show you where all the coins are. You can choose to do it sneakily if you so wish. 10 there in a submerged boat next to the whale in the sea as well. 2 more there. On that table, and then there's a chap here wandering around here. He'll eventually end up at the bar. He's got 20 on him in a wallet. Now there's a painting up here, so we're going to sneak up and grab that. You can just jump your way around here. That's on the right, and there's a pouch on the bed there worth 20 as well, so 220 in that room. Now down here there's a pot. I've slowed this down. That's where the blueprint is there, just around to the side. There in a flower pot, a very sneaky 3. Now get in here and deal with that guy however you want. You can just let him run away if you want. But 3 coins on the table, and then another 100 in the form of a statue in the safe next to the blueprint. Down here and up you'll find a whale oil worth 10, and more or less directly underneath that, there we are, a whale oil on the side. There's actually a whale bone up there underneath that thing as well. Fan up here worth 40. Drop down some angelfish scales worth 10 directly underneath, and some copper wire in there worth 10. A very sneaky 2 coins up here in a little crawl space, so grab them, and then we're going to go up even higher into this open window where there's 10 in the form of silver dust there, and then you can jump out onto this pipe through the window to get above the blacksmith shop into his house. Withered ryegrass worth 20, ivory scrimshaw 30, pouch down under the stairs worth 20. And some treasures in there if you need ammo and supplies. I'm going to pop down to the blacksmith, and I'm going to upgrade my stun mines and my pistol just to make life a bit bearable on this, but you do obviously whatever you want. Down here directly outside there's a copper wire worth 10. In here there's a chap who's sometimes looking at the body. If he's not looking at the body he'll be there, but you can pickpocket him for 20. Copper wire there for 10. That's up to 1357 as you can see at the top. Up here on this kind of gridiron type building, this triangular one, there's a lady up there you can pickpocket for 10 coins as well. And then we're going to head around to the wall of light. Now try not to push the guard who's with the merchant into the wall of light, because he'll vaporize and you'll lose his coins. But that chap's got 10 who's sitting up there. And then this guy, you may notice me pickpocket him very quickly there, but you can obviously just kill him and loot him at the end. Put an arrow in his neck and he just sort of stands there for a little bit like Anyway, he's got 10 coins on him, so get that. There's some health there and 100 coins in the form of a fish statue right next to it. Handful of coins, 4 or 5 there, and a couple more there, and then I think 8 in the till here. 5, 2, 1, yep, 8. So that brings us up to 1503. Good that my maths is coming along fine. Already looted him, so stop doing what you're doing. Get on that lamppost and then pop into this room, which is another way to get over the wall of light, and there's a pouch there with 10 coins in it. Now we're going to go... Where are we going to go? Into the bloodfly room. So in the bloodfly room there's actually quite a lot of treasures other than the blood amber. There's 4 coins on the table underneath that first one there. In the back room that drops a bloodfly amber which is worth 25 there. There's 2 coins, 3 coins on the table, and a Tivian ore worth 20 on that shelf. Or maybe 15. Yeah, I think it's 15. Then in here there's some stuff you can chuck there. 2 incendiary bolts there, some dirty figs, blood amber there, and then a Tivian ore. Yeah, that's the Tivian ore, and a whale oil in there, so that's another 30. Up here there's 60. Under this there's a pouch to the right amongst those bodies there, 30, and an ivory scrimshaw the other side of that desk. And then I forgot this body right by the entrance where you come in that's got a pouch of 30 on it as well, so don't miss that like a fool that I did. Crawl through here, not much up on this top floor yet, but smash this up. There's blood amber there for 25, some stale fruit, and Pierre Davisson feather worth 10 in here maybe? Yep, 10 coins. We're not going to go out into the canal from here. Instead, we're going to jump over here and go see Mr. the Nest Keeper, who's got 5 coins in the form of a bloodfly husk with him, plus a bunch of sleep darts and other treasures. Make sure you sneak around and use sleep darts if you want to stay stealthy there. Check the playlist on the top right for how to take out everyone here without alerting anyone. But there's your 5 coins there on the left-hand side. Smash that up for the key to the black market. And we will go and loot the black market shortly. There's like 150 coins in there, I think. Oh, wrong way. Round here. You can get up here, drop down through the window the other side to see Mindy there. You can have a chat with her if you like, although we're not going to do her mission. There we go. And then open that door, close it so Mindy doesn't see you, otherwise she'll go berserk. 60 coins in the form of whale oil and other bits and pieces there. A silver ingot worth 75, and I think like 8 or 11 or something in there. Yeah, 11 in the cash register. So what's that? 75 plus 11, 81 plus 60, 146. But that brings us up to 1891 in total. And now we're going to go to the Overseer's room just behind the Wall of Light. 2 Overseers in here. Don't worry too much about them. You can wait for them to finish talking to the civilian if you like. But they don't have any stuff on them. I mean, one's got a letter but no cash. In here there is a bone charm on the floor, Pierre Avicid feather worth 10 on the side, a painting there worth 200 right next to the Overseer shrine, and a ryegrass in that pot that you may have noticed worth 20. Now out this way we're going to go up to the roof. I go to the right because there's a bone charm there, although there's no cash, so apologies for taking a bit of a detour. But then if you flip around, there's 2 pouches with 30 coins in each of them down here. There we go, 1 and 2, so that's another 60 up to 2181. Now into the Overseer house. Beam your way up here, there we go, and take these 2 dudes out. You can go full berserk if you like, I won't complain. Then stay high and run over into here. There's 90 in the form of 2 Pied Avocets, 1 fan, 2 bloodfly husks, and a withered ryegrass. That makes 90, doesn't it? 40, 20, 60, yeah, let's pretend it does. Now down here, 2 Overseers, one's got 10 coins on him there. There's a stun mine and some other bits and pieces that you may find useful. There's 5 coins in here along with a bone charm and some supplies, so grab all those. And then some health in this left hand room and a banana in the other room. Down here we've got a safe and a painting and 3 Overseers, so deal with them. One of the Overseers has got 10 coins on him. This one here, he's going to be the one standing near the whale oil if you're being sneaky. That whale oil there, there's another whale oil, well there is that whale oil, and 4 coins in the chapel. Now you want to read that note on the table that was right next to the whale oil there, and there's a blueprint. There's a painting worth 200, and then if you read that book, that will give you the code to the safe. For me it was 368, I think. But there's a rune, 3 silver ingots, and a whale bone in there. Now downstairs, I was just trying to alert these Overseers, but they got bored and never came. It worked on the last practice run, but oh well, next time. Down here there is 30 coins, there we go, and an ivory scrimshaw. So I'm going to just grab my stun mine back and put it by the door, and in fact I put it in a really bad place, and these guys go absolutely grenade heavy now, so they just blow up all my stun mines, the gimps. Anyway, see, loads of grenades. Deal with them any way you see fit. Again, check the playlist if you want the ghost version. Up here there's a lady with a pouch with 10 coins on her. My maths was off at the end by 5 and I couldn't work out why, and it's because I'd made her pouch count for 5. I don't know why, there's never a pouch that counts for 5. Anyway, by this Overseer, there's a window you can break into with some bathing salts and stuff. Try not to shoot through that glass, otherwise the grenade will go off in your face. In here there's a till, so open that and then run through into the back room to get some bathing salts worth 15, and I think there's 8 coins in there. Yeah, that looks like 8. Then we are going over the other side of the canal. No, we're not. We're going into the marketplace because you want to pickpocket this lady here for 10 before she runs off and goes berserk. Open that cash register and then go down here where there's 3 coins. And then over into Mindy's place where she's expecting our body, and there's 5 coins tucked into the sofa there. Then this guard came in and Mindy took him out for me, which was quite nice, so I thought I'd watch that for a little bit. Both of them were a bit rubbish, but he didn't have any coins on him. Now back to the cash register there with 3 coins in it, I think. 1, 2, 3, yeah, just 3. And then down there I've already got those ones, and then all these guards turned up. Now one of them had 10 coins on him, and I'll point out where he was, that one there, if you are going sneaky so you know which one you're after. There's basically one who's walking up and down the main street, the other side of the canal here. And he will be on patrol directly in front of us, and I'll remind you again when we run past. But this guy's got another 10 coins on him. He's next to the bloodfly infested crate on the left. This area is actually pretty tough to clear out silently, but you'll manage it. Anyway, in there loads of bloodflies and a copper wire worth 10. You want to try and stay relatively quiet because that woman's got 20 and she'll run away at the drop of a hat. But basically near her is where the previous guy that we killed who came down the alley was. Don't miss that 5 by the executed guy on the left. But just where we ran there is pretty much where he patrols. 5 in there in the doctor's office in the form of a bloodfly husk. And then we're going to run back around here and break into the safe house. The safe house? The kind of safe shop. A chap comes out from behind a desk in the station as well, and he's got 10 coins. Here he comes now. He's seen us, so I'll point out where he is as well, but he's sitting behind the desk in the station. I don't know how we could be much clearer than that. That guy's on patrol in the station, no coins. That guy, 10, sitting behind the desk. In here, I killed him, first civilian down, I think, at least first. Yeah, I think it is. 4 coins in there along with the safe code, so that will open that safe, which has got 300 coins in it, gold and 2 silver ingots. Grab the key for Hypatia's apartment around the back, and then head all the way up here, open Hypatia's door. There's a painting immediately in front of you, there's 200, 30 in the form of 2 bath salts in there, 100 in the form of a statue on her desk, and a fan worth a further 40. So there's like, what, 370 in her place, which is really quite a lot. Also loads of crossbow bolts around here, which make perfect sniping equipment for those dickheads on the roof. Excuse my French, but they really are a pain in the bottom. Now, we're on 3694. I missed 30 in the market. It was so annoying. It was almost a clean run, but we'll go back for them in a second. Through here, I just dropped a stun mine down here to zap those 2 guys. That, by that apple, is where the guy who ran out to meet us with the 10 coins was earlier. One of those guys who we just put down has a pouch of 10, and there's a pouch of 20 in the background. I get a hole-in-one with that whale oil, you'll be happy to know. There's 3 guys up here. I meant to be a lot quieter than that. But the elite one has a pouch worth 10 coins on him there. And there's a pouch worth 10 there on the bed, and a chart worth 50 next to that health. So don't miss that. And then going down here, this chap here, who we got the hole-in-one with the whale oil, who'd pretty much be standing there, but he's got 10 coins on him as well. Now, where did I miss the 30? Back here in the market. Almost a clean run, so very, very close. 2 copper wires, 1 whale oil, 3834. Boom! Remember, your total will be 3334 if you didn't get the pre-order, because it will be 500 less. Now, for some reason, it reports 4234 here. I don't know why. I've looked online. This is the only one I've had to resort to looking online for. But it's a bug. I asked on Reddit, and someone said it's a bug. Apparently, in high chaos, you can get more, but I've done a high chaos run and there's only 20 more in a pouch up by that lone overseer in the bathing salts window that I told you not to shoot because the grenade will go off in your face. Anyway, on the left, mission 1 OCD, all coins, 1490. On the right, mission 3, you may notice there's no coins at the top. That's because I've patched in a separate playthrough, but we'll put it in there and I'll link it. Anyway, that's it for now. See you in the next video. Lots of love. Bye!